Hello, my name is Yusuf Inawi, a commercial pilot with the airline transport pilot license from EASA and United Kingdom. Right, I'm recording this short video and trying to answer one of a very common question which I have received for many times. Okay, right. The question says, is there any age limitation for anyone who wants to become a pilot? All right. So the shortest answer for this question, there is no age limitation. So basically, anyone who wants or is interested to become a pilot, there is no specific age when he needs to start or finish. Okay. Let's talk about the license or the steps which he need to go through to become an airline pilot. Okay. The first of all, he should train after he found the school. He should train for a PPL, which is private pilot license. Most of the countries in the world, most of the countries, they know or they recognized like a PPL, which is private pilot license, and the requirements for that you should have or obtained a second what you call it, medical class 2. It's not about the age. You should be to get the license. You should be 16 and over, like in the UK, between 16 and 17 at least, the minimum to get the license. You can start your training if you've been accepted by any fly school or academy or something like that. You can start your training, but the license, the government or the authority will issue your license no less than 16 years old and over. Okay, right. So for this, you should obtain a medical class 2 for PPL license. Okay. After that, we have a CPL, commercial CPL, commercial pilot license. Okay. Okay. For the PPL, this it's called a private pilot license. So you cannot use it for a revenue or make money or a profit. Only if you wanna hire the aircraft, for example, for a fun or for a private use. But you cannot get the license and use it to get a money or to get a profit for doing something by using this license. Okay, but once you train for a CPL, which we call it a commercial pilot license, you need medical class 1, medical class 1, and not about the age. So the age is not very important to become a pilot. But if you have your medical always current, should be current. So for a commercial pilot license and ATPL license, airline transport pilot license, which it's the highest level of license in the world. So there is no license after ATPL license. There is no any education after that to become or something like that. So the highest level you can get for in aviation, it's the ATPL license. Okay, which allowing you to become airline transport pilot, to work for airline companies or something like that, to be hired. So once you if you want to be a commercial pilot, you should have or obtain a medical class 1, which is it's very tense certificate, which you should apply before you start your training, at least to make sure that you are able to continue with the training. Because some of students or some of pilots, they have started their training before getting this medical certificates, and some of them they spend like thousands of euros or pounds. After they spend the thousands of pounds, they go to do their medicals. They found that they have some issues like health issues, and they've been not allowing, they never been allowed to get the medical. So they lose that money, and they've been forced to stop their training after they lose that money. So my strongest advice to anyone who is interested to become a pilot, he should or he must start by getting his medical certificate, class 1 medical certificate. Okay, why is that? If he goes to flying school or flying academy or aviation academy, and he started his training, the first of all, the flying school or flying academy, they will ask him to pay a big amount of money upfront. Okay, so if he paid the upfront money, and after that he found out during his medical, he found out that he got like some health issues and stuff like that, and that avoided him to get a medical certificate. So the money is gone. In this situation, the money is gone and the big lost. So the first thing to start with, to get your medical. Okay, so we said for a private pilot license you need a medical class 2, which is a basic one. For a commercial license or ATPL license, you should get a medical class 1, and this kind of certificate a little bit tough, especially for the initial one, for the very beginning one. It's very tough because they will look at your health history, your air, your eyes, everything related to your cardio, stuff like that, anything. It's very specific, and that will carry out by a specific doctor, which we call it AME, Aeromedical Examiner, and that will be pointed by which we call it aviation authority. Like in the United Kingdom here, we call them like civil aviation authority of United Kingdom, of course. If you go to EASA, there is as well the different system, but the same thing, you know, nearly similar. Okay, so the best thing to start your aviation career or study by the medical class 2 for private pilot license, medical class 1 for commercial and ATPL license. There is no problem with the age. You can start your training in like 30s, 40s, doesn't matter. As far as you are healthy enough and fit to get your medical. It's not about the age, about the medical. The retirement age the pilot can reach. For example, most of the pilot they will be forced to retire or take their retirement at 65 years old. Okay, some of them they can pass of that, depend which company he works for, but in general 65 is fine, you know. Most of the pilot they can be airline pilot, and they can be like instructors or instructor, you know. So they can teach in flight academies. At the meantime, they can fly for like airline companies, stuff like that. If they retired from airline company or airline job, they still can do the instruction, or they will instruct the people, you know, or other pilot, you know, for could be for 80. As far as they got their medical as well. So once their medical is stopped, their career is stopped. Okay, their job will be stopped immediately, because a pilot job about the medical, it's not about the age. As far as you are less than 65 years old, unless your medical is the main thing. Your medical is most important thing in aviation. It's not how old are you have the medical or not. Imagine if you have a trip today, you have a flight today, and something happened with your health, and your medical for any reason been stopped, you are not allowed to work. You are not allowed to work. You are not allowed to fly until you get your medical back. Okay. Hopefully everything was clear, and if any problem with my accent is you know, I'm not American or a British born guy. So thank you very much. Bye bye.